I'm not sure that if you guys also been following PRS, which I do sometimes now. I mean, I used to follow them for a few years, but the past 2 years I stopped doing it. But still, though, I randomly check about their new products, especially like early every year, because around January and February, PRS always often post like what kind of new products, guitars they have or they're gonna planning to sell for this year. And this year, they still haven't sold any new model yet. But the most important part is they're selling PRS Silversky again, which is a John Mayer model. Except that scanned through the details. I haven't really like looked like in the whole configurations, but it seems the same. The only thing that is different is the color. And then one of them is the kind of like a surf green color, surf green seafoam color, and they are selling it as a limited edition. So they're probably gonna sell it again like 1,000. Because earlier before that they sold it another like a thousand called the lemon whatever that is, and then the first time when they first sell it they sell the nebula which they only sell 500, but because of the demand they end up selling more now. But to be honest though, even for 1,000, or even if they decide to sell it for 2,000, or I mean they may, if they may do 2,000 of this same model, you know that you are not going to end up getting them. You know the dealers that you're selling, because it's much more for the inclusive, um, I guess, Yina trading, so that they probably know about this like probably months before everybody in the public knows. So they probably gonna like talk to the dealer, talking that, oh yeah, we're gonna like save me one or something if you get a hand of it or something like that. So basically, to be honest though, you're probably not gonna get it first time at the retail price. Instead, probably gonna end up selling it in the market for like 2 or 3 times more expensive than it originally is. And then so you have to buy it from there as a used or pre-owned model or something like that. So if you really want one of this, it's probably gonna cost like to like I don't know, like what the retail price around 2,700. So I'm assuming that at least $5,000 or $6,000 at least. So let's be honest, like I'm not gonna do that. I mean, if I'm doing it for the color, I might as well just buy, you know, another another company's model, or even just buy it. I reprint it for something else. So it's not something that for me, but I'm sure that there are always people who do that. So anyway, I just really want to say that like this is the new model. You also come with another two other colors. I think one looks like purple, and then the other one looks like gray. I think I don't know. I'm not sure if it's called black or kind of stuff. You can definitely go online to have a look. But overall, so far, this is the latest models they're planning to sell this year. They haven't really say about all the type of models, but but for the past few years, most of the models that they're selling is usually like the SC model because they know that SC model do sell. It's much more demand because it's much more affordable. Even though nowadays, most of the SC model probably cost like 800 to even like 1,500. So it's probably as expensive as S2 like a few years ago. And but of course S2 nowadays probably costs like 2,000 to 2,500 with a bag, like instead of guitar case. So, as you go forward, like you just realize that the money doesn't really worth as much as it used to be. So I think that is one of the reasons why that I kind of like kind of lost the interest of this uh brand. Of course, there are always some diehard people say, "Oh no, it's very good" and so forth. And I understand. I mean, there's inflation. There's other reasons why the price have to be expensive. But like, is it a good thing that nowadays all the new model just because of the color difference? Because I mean, for the Silver Sky, it's probably looks almost the same. I mean, I understand that um 2021 they decided to change the pickup like actually reduce the tone and stuff. But nowadays, I mean, is it really the same thing? I mean, is it really worth the price because the price is still the same, except due to inflation, you increase like 500, 600 more. And if you resell it, it's probably even more than that, regardless if it's a limited edition or not. So, like, I mean, if you compare to other brands, they do have new stuff. And at this moment, I just really see that most of the stuff in PRS, most of the new model is just basically a replica of the core model, and then they change it to S2 or SE, whatever. And but I mean, but then again, if you look at a different perspective, it may be a good thing because their guitars are so good that doesn't. I mean, it's perfect. Then they don't need to have any reason to change it, and that makes sense. But then, like people who like new gear and stuff, you kind of need to attract those kind of people as well. If it's the same thing, there's nothing much to say. Um, but that's just my opinion. I mean, regardless, I think. Well, I mean, there are always other brands if at this moment the PRS doesn't do that, and that's fine. But so anyway, let me know what you think about these new models. Will you be interested in buying them, or will you be like, oh nah, I'm just gonna buy from another brand or something like that? So anyway, yeah, let me know what you think.